Now, this week was pretty busy for me, so I did not have a lot of time to play Elden Ring on my own. But I did manage to finish one goal. You see, we found the portrait last stream, and I kinda had an idea where it was located. So I decided I would go find the artist and at least figure out if we got a good reward from it or not. Turns out this was a little bit more difficult than expected. And of course, with somebody who has the attention span of a goldfish, I did end up doing some other things on the way. Now I had a reasonable idea of where I needed to go, and first thing first is I of course travelled during the night and met the deathbird again. It murdered me. But that was fine because I went to a church and I found Millicent. She has the plague, and she wasn't really willing to talk to me, just told me to go away for my own safety. So I figured I would leave her alone and decided I should probably go talk to the guy with the needle again. But as I was going there, I found one of those death statues, and I followed it and found the war dead catacombs. I died there several times and decided I would come back later, because that is a little bit too hard for me right now. So I finally went to talk to the guy with the needle, and he told me he has fixed the needle and all I have to do is bring it to Millicent and stab her with it. Sure. I brought the needle up to her and she thankfully took care of all of the stabbing, and then she immediately passed out. I was so scared she was dead. But thankfully, after I went back to check with him and then came back again, she was up and fine, and she actually said she was gonna go on a journey. And that's okay, so I guess maybe I'm gonna see her again in the overworld at some point. I kept on traveling for a bit until I figured out kind of where the painter would be, and he wasn't in a nice place. You see, I thought he was gonna be like up on the cliff, but he wasn't up on the cliff. He was like down on a ledge. So what followed was a weird like platforming attempt of mine trying to get down there by using torrent and my own platforming skills. Let's just say we died a lot, but in the end I got there. And I found the painter. He gave us Ash of War, Rain of Arrows, which isn't really useful for me, but that's fine. And then, because I was curious, I noticed there was a statue on the platform. I walked up to it, learned it was not a statue, and died. And that's where I ended my rather quick run of Elden Ring this week. Make sure to come join me on Friday and Sunday for some Elden Ring streaming. And of course, if you have fun with this, like the video, then I know, well, you like it. But for now, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I see you on Friday.